The galaxy was quiet that day. Too quiet, many said. Deep in space, the Hope's Mercy, a massive hospital ship, floated silently among the stars. Its mission was simple: deliver aid to the outer colonies suffering from famine and disease. The crew worked tirelessly, moving patients and supplies through long white corridors. Commander Elena Vargas stood on the bridge, scanning the star charts. Her eyes were sharp, trained for danger, but today, the silence felt different. "All sectors are clear," she said, voice steady, but shiver ran down her spine. Then, a sudden signal flashed on the communication console, a distress call, raw and panicked. "Unknown vessel under attack." Repeating, "Unknown vessel under attack. Help us." Elena's heart skipped. The message was from a nearby colony ship, but before anyone could respond, the transmission cut off. The crew exchanged worried glances. Something was wrong, very wrong. Lieutenant Marco Lee tapped the controls, trying to trace the signal. "Commander, it's gone." "Black hole interference?" "No, too sudden. It's almost like someone turned it off intentionally." Elena's jaw tightened. "Alert her command. We need to know who's attacking and why. No one messes with hospital ships without consequences." Section 2, the first strike. Far from the safety of the colonies, a shadow moved among the stars. Alien warships, sleek and black, faster than anything humans had built, closing on the Hope's Mercy. They didn't send warnings. They didn't hesitate. Explosions tore through the ship's outer hull. Alarm klaxons screamed. Crew members scrambled to their stations. Medics grabbed stretchers while engineers tried to seal breaches. Sparks flew from broken consoles. Elena's voice cut through the chaos. "All hands, brace for impact. Shields up, weapons ready if we must defend ourselves." But their weapons were nothing against the alien fleet's energy beams. The hospital ship shook violently. Windows cracked. Smoke filled the corridors. Screams echoed in the darkened hallways. Lieutenant Lee yelled from the weapons station, "We can't fight them, Commander. They're too fast. We need to escape now." Elena's eyes blazed with determination. "No, this is a hospital ship. We protect lives, even if it costs us everything. Hold them off. Give the patients time to evacuate." Down below, nurses and doctors worked frantically, moving wounded to escape pods. Some of the crew helped push the injured into pods. Outside, streaks of light signaled alien ships closing in, relentless and cold. Section 3, the desperate call. The bridge shook as the alien fleet fired again. The main communications console flickered. Elena took a deep breath and grabbed the emergency transmitter. "This is Commander Elena Vargas of the Hope's Mercy. We are under attack by unknown alien forces. We are non-combatants. Request immediate assistance from Earth Command." The reply came after 10 seconds, crackling through static. "Commander, we are detecting unknown vessels. You are advised to evade. Military reinforcements are en route, but they are too far to reach you immediately. Stay alive." Elena gritted her teeth. "Too far? My crew is counting on me." She looked around the bridge at her terrified team. Every face told the same story. Fear, doubt, but also trust. Lieutenant Lee spoke up, voice shaking slightly. "Commander, we could try jumping to hyperspace, but the aliens might follow." Elena's hand hovered over the jump controls. "We have no choice. Prepare for hyperspace. On my mark." A final blast from the aliens rocked the ship. Sparks flew across the bridge. Panels exploded. The jump engine hummed, glowing with energy. "Now!" Elena shouted, slamming the activation lever. The ship lurched forward. Stars stretched into lines of light. The alien warships tried to follow, but some unknown technology, blocked them. For a moment, silence returned. But the relief was short. The Hope's Mercy was damaged, drifting in an unknown sector, and the aliens had not given up. Section 4, the aftermath. Emergency lights flickered as the crew checked for survivors. Some of the injured were stabilized. Others were not so lucky. Elena moved among them, offering words of encouragement, even as her own hand shook. "We did what we could," she said softly. "We survived, and that's the first step. But this attack, it changes everything. Earth must know the cost. Lieutenant Lee approached, pointing at a small monitor. Commander! We traced the alien fleet's last jump. They're heading toward the colony zones. If we don't warn them, more ships will be destroyed. Elena's mind raced. The galaxy suddenly felt dangerous, unpredictable. Humanity's peaceful exploration was under threat. And for the first time, she realized this was not just an attack. It was a declaration of war. Her hand hovered over the communications panel again. Send the message. Earth Command must prepare. We fight not just for survival, but for justice. And for every innocent life out there, we will strike back. The crew worked quietly, repairing what they could, keeping hope alive amid the wreckage. Outside, stars glimmered, indifferent to the chaos within the hospital ship. But inside, a fire had been ignited, a fire that would not die. Humanity's fleet would remember this day. And somewhere in the dark reaches of space, the alien fleet waited, ready for the next encounter. Section 1. The Council Debate. Earth's orbital command station glimmered, like a jewel against the black void. Inside, the High Command convened. Holographic maps of the galaxy floated above the central table, showing the positions of human colonies and the unknown alien threat. Admiral Jonas Hale paced the room, his face tense. We cannot ignore this attack. They hit a hospital ship, non-combatants. This is an act of pure aggression. Lieutenant Commander Miraquan frowned. Admiral, we must consider strategy. Charging blindly could cost more ships, more lives. We are still unprepared for their technology. The room fell silent. Every officer knew she was right. But anger and fear burned hotter than caution. News of the destroyed Hope's Mercy had spread across Earth. Citizens demanded retaliation. From the back of the room, Captain Rafe Delgado spoke up, voice low but sharp. If we wait, they will strike again. Every day we hesitate, they gain ground. I say we mobilize the fleet and hit them before they reach the colonies. The debate raged for hours. Strategy officers projected potential scenarios, simulations flashing across the walls. Admiral Hale finally spoke. We strike, but we strike smart, not blind fury. Our fleet will be divided. Strike teams for direct combat, scouts for reconnaissance, and reserves ready for emergency evacuation. Miraquan nodded. We'll need to upgrade communications and shields before entering deep space. If they know our moves, they will destroy us. The council dispersed with grim determination. The galaxy was changing, and humanity had to adapt or perish. Section 2. Preparing the fleet. In the orbital shipyards, humans worked like ants on a massive scale. Warships were refitted, weapon systems enhanced, engines optimized for speed. Engineers moved between ships, checking shields, energy cores, and navigation systems. Commander Elena Vargas received a transmission. Elena, Admiral Hale's voice came through, calm but urgent. You survived the attack. We need your first-hand intelligence on alien tactics. Elena inhaled, looking at the scarred hull of the Hope's Mercy. Understood, Admiral. I will provide everything I observed. They strike fast, precise, and they target non-combatants to instill fear. They avoid direct confrontation unless necessary. Hale's tone hardened. That fear will be our advantage. Elena, humans can turn anger into strength. Meanwhile, scouts prepared for reconnaissance missions. Small, fast ships would survey alien-occupied sectors, collecting data for the main fleet. Pilots ran simulations, each one knowing that their first encounter could be deadly. Lieutenant Marco Lee worked with a team on weapons calibration. If we're going in, we need more than luck. We need precision. Every laser, every missile counts. One mistake, and the alien fleet will tear us apart. The tension was tangible. Every crew member knew the risk. And yet, there was a shared determination, an unspoken vow to protect humanity, no matter the cost. Section 3. The Suspicious Signal. 2 days before deployment, the fleet picked up a mysterious signal from an uncharted sector. It was weak, almost imperceptible. Analysts worked frantically, trying to decode it. It's strange, said Communications Officer Aaron Desai. It's not a distress call, not standard alien communication. almost like a warning or a trap. Admiral Hale's eyes narrowed. A trap? They are intelligent enough to manipulate us. But we cannot ignore it. Prepare a small squadron to investigate, but keep the main fleet hidden. Elena's team volunteered. They boarded sleek, agile reconnaissance ships, their engines humming with energy. Outside the viewport, stars stretched in streaks as they jumped into the unknown sector. The sector was dark, almost dead. No planets, no colonies, just drifting asteroids and debris. And then, faint flashes of light, alien scout ships. They were observing, waiting. Elena's heart pounded. They know we're here, she whispered. Every move we make, they anticipate. Stay sharp. And remember, our mission is observation, not engagement. The squadron maneuvered carefully, dodging energy pulses and stealth probes. Every second was tense. Every shadow could hide death. Then, on the outer edge of the sector, they found it. The remnants of a destroyed colony ship, twisted metal floating in silence. Among the wreckage were signs of alien interference. Precision strikes, not random damage. Elena felt a wave of fury. They don't just attack for gain, they attack to terrorize. This is psychological warfare. Lieutenant Lee's voice was tight. We report this to Earth immediately. They will want to know how brutal and precise these aliens are. Section 4. Mobilization and First Clash. The fleet gathered in the outer sectors, warships forming lines of gleaming steel and glowing shields. Humanity's response would be decisive. Every ship hummed with anticipation. Every crew ready for combat. Admiral Hale addressed the fleet via holographic transmission. Today, we defend our colonies. Today, we strike back at those who attacked our people. Let the galaxy know, humanity does not kneel to fear. The words ignited courage. Pilots gripped controls tighter. Gunners checked systems. Engineers ran last-minute diagnostics. The calm before the storm was electric. Suddenly, alien ships appeared on the horizon, dozens of them, gliding silently. Their black holes reflected distant stars like void mirrors. They were not alone. Smaller fighter craft darted around them, like swarms of predatory insects. Contact! They're moving fast, shouted a radar officer. Elena's voice was calm but firm. All units, defensive formation. Protect civilians and non-combatants first. Engage only if necessary. The first clash was violent. Lasers scorched the void. Human ships fired in coordinated bursts. Alien ships reacted instantly, weaving through attacks with impossible speed. Explosions lit the darkness. But the human fleet was relentless. Tactical maneuvers, synchronized volleys, and strategic sacrifices allowed them to survive the first wave. One alien ship exploded spectacularly, a reward for the humans' precision and courage. Yet the victory was temporary. Sensors picked up reinforcements, larger alien ships emerging from hyperspace. The fleet knew this was only the beginning. Elena gritted her teeth. They are strong, but we are stronger together. Humanity will not break. Not now. Not ever. As the fleet prepared for the next phase, the galaxy seemed darker, more dangerous. Every star could hide a threat. Every shadow could conceal death. But the human spirit burned bright, and that light would guide them to the coming storm. The human fleet drifted in the cold void, every ship humming with readiness. Stars stretched into streaks as smaller reconnaissance craft darted ahead, scanning for alien positions. Commander Elena Vargas stood on the bridge of the Hope's Mercy, her eyes fixed on the distant blips. They're here, Lieutenant Marcoli said, voice tight. Sensors show multiple alien squadrons approaching fast. They're outnumbering us in maneuverability. Elena gritted her teeth. Then we hit smart. We strike in waves, use our firepower strategically. We protect the fleet and our civilians at all costs. Suddenly, alien ships surged forward, like a predator closing on its prey. Their energy beams cut through space, slicing the darkness. Explosions rocked the lead human vessels. Shields at full. Return fire. Elena shouted. Red lights flashed, warning alarms blared. Cannons roared, and missiles streaked toward the alien formation. The first wave of alien fighters swerved, dodging human fire with terrifying precision. Still, one of their ships took a direct hit, breaking apart in a shower of sparks and fire. Cheers erupted on some bridges, but the victory was short. Lieutenant Lee gripped the controls. We can't hold much longer. They're surrounding us. Elena's eyes narrowed. We'll make them pay for every strike. Divert power to forward shields and prepare the main cannons. Focus on their command ships first. The Hope's Mercy fired, beams cutting through darkness. An alien ship exploded into fragments, sending debris flying. But 3 more alien vessels close in, firing in unison. In the distance, human bombers tried a flanking maneuver. One bomber was hit mid-flight, spinning out of control before vanishing into the black void. The crew of the Hope's Mercy watched helplessly. We're losing them, Lee shouted, panic creeping into his voice. Elena slammed a hand on the console. No, we adapt. We fight smarter. Remember what we're defending. Our people, our home, our future. Section 3. Heroic Sacrifice. A sudden alert flashed. A group of human transports carrying civilians was trapped in a collapsing debris field caused by an alien ambush. Escape routes were blocked. Elena's eyes widened. They'll be destroyed if we don't act. Prepare a rescue squadron. I'll lead it myself. Small fighters launched from the fleet like silver arrows. Elena and Lee piloted the lead ships, weaving through floating wreckage while alien fighters pursued. Explosions erupted around them, shaking the hulls and sending sparks into space. Focus on precision, not speed. Elena shouted, save as many as you can. The squadron reached the trapped transports. They fired protective shields, allowing civilians to escape into nearby escort ships. One fighter rammed an alien vessel to clear a path, exploding in a blinding flash. The crew gasped, seeing the sacrifice, knowing lives were saved because of one brave soul. Everyone accounted for? Elena asked, breathing heavily. Lee shook his head. Almost, but we lost 2 fighters. It's a high price. Elena's gaze hardened. War is never without cost, but humanity will survive. That's what matters. Section 4. Turning the tide. The human fleet regrouped, battered but not broken. Admiral Hale appeared on Elena's bridge via holographic transmission. Commander, the aliens are adapting quickly, he said. We need to split them, divide their forces, hit their command ships. If we destroy those, the rest may retreat. Elena nodded. Understood, Admiral. We'll execute coordinated strikes. Squad Alpha and Beta, flank from both sides. Gamma, provide cover for civilians. Delta, target command ships directly. Ships surged forward in a deadly dance of lasers and energy beams. Explosions illuminated the void as alien vessels faltered under human tactics. One of the massive alien command ships fired a devastating beam at a human cruiser. Elena's ship moved into the line of fire, taking a hit and absorbing damage. The crew braced, sparks flying from consoles. Shields holding at 60%. Lee reported, we can't take much more. Elena's jaw tightened. We hold. Fire everything at the alien flagship now. Missiles streaked. Beams cut across the blackness, and the flagship exploded into a fiery cloud. The other alien vessels hesitated, giving humans a chance to regroup. Section 5. A dark warning. Just when victory seemed within reach, a massive alien warship emerged from hyperspace, bigger than anything humanity had ever seen. Its hull absorbed energy beams with ease, and its weapons fired in devastating arcs. Reinforcements! Lee yelled. We didn't see this coming. The fleet braced, but panic rippled. Civilian ships scrambled to safety, while human warships tried to block the alien advance. Elena felt a chill. This was no ordinary enemy. It was organized, intelligent, and merciless. Retreat to defensive formation. Protect the civilians. Elena commanded. The massive alien ship fired again, ripping through 2 human cruisers. Explosions lit the void like dying stars. Smoke and debris floated endlessly in space. Elena's hand shook slightly, but her voice remained firm. We survive. We fight. Humanity will not kneel. Lieutenant Lee's voice was quieter now, but determined. They're strong, but they don't know our full strength yet. We can adapt, we can win. Elena stared at the massive alien ship looming ahead. This is only the beginning. The galaxy is darkening, but we will shine through. Prepare for the next strike. Humanity fights back. Always. The fleet fell back, regrouping around remaining ships. Every crew member knew the battle was far from over. The war had only just begun, and the dark expanse of space promised more danger, more sacrifice, and more courage than anyone could imagine. Section 1. Regrouping in the shadow. The human fleet emerged from the chaos of the battle, battered but not broken. Sparks from damaged ships floated like fireflies in the void. Commander Elena Vargas stood on the bridge of the Hope's Mercy, watching distant stars flicker as the fleet reorganized. "We lost too many," whispered Lieutenant Marco Lee, staring at the reports flashing across his console. Several cruisers destroyed, hundreds of lives. Elena's jaw tightened. "War always comes with costs, Marco. But look at what remains. We are alive, and the enemy knows that humanity fights back, not flees." Admiral Hale appeared on the holographic screen. "Commander, our intelligence indicates the alien forces are regrouping. They are not retreating. They are consolidating near the Orion sector. They may strike again, stronger than before. We need a plan to prevent further civilian losses." Elena nodded. "We'll need precision strikes, not a full frontal assault. The aliens have learned our tactics. We adapt faster." The fleet repaired shields, reinforced engines, and restocked weapons. Pilots ran simulations. Engineers patched hull breaches, and medics tended to the wounded. Each crew member understood the stakes. Humanity's survival and the survival of its colonies depended on the next move. Section 2. The Strategic Offensive. After hours of preparation, the fleet moved toward the Orion sector. Scouts reported alien activity concentrated around asteroid fields, using the terrain for cover. "Perfect for an ambush," Elena said, scanning holographic maps. "We'll use their confidence against them." Lieutenant Lee suggested a daring maneuver. "We split the fleet. Strike teams Alpha and Beta lure them into the open, while Gamma strikes the command ship. It's risky, but it's our best chance." Elena agreed. Everyone has a role. Protect civilians, engage the enemy, and adapt. We cannot underestimate them. As the fleet advanced, small squads of human fighters darted ahead, drawing fire and testing alien responses. The aliens responded with overwhelming precision, but humanity's strategy forced them into open space, where energy beams and missiles could do maximum damage. The first volley hit an alien cruiser, tearing through its hull. Explosions erupted, sending shards of metal spinning through the void. Cheers rippled across human ships, but the battle was far from over. Section 3. The Clash of Titans. Suddenly, a massive alien warship appeared, a monstrous vessel bristling with energy cannons. It fired a beam that sliced through the void, destroying a human cruiser instantly. "Form defensive formation," Elena shouted. "We cannot let them hit civilians." The human fleet maneuvered like a single organism, shields flashing, engines flaring. Pilots darted through laser fire, dodging deadly arcs of energy. The battle raged, stars exploding in flashes of red and orange. Elena's squadron targeted the massive warship, firing in synchronized volleys. The alien vessel absorbed some hits, but finally, one beam struck a critical junction. The warship shuddered, sparks flying, and a massive explosion tore through its hull. But victory was not total. Alien reinforcements emerged from hyperspace, faster, larger, and more deadly. The human fleet braced, knowing this could be the defining moment. Section 4. Sacrifice and Courage. In the midst of chaos, a squadron of human fighters found themselves trapped between two alien cruisers. Escape seemed impossible. Elena saw the danger and made a choice. "I'll create a diversion. Follow my lead and break through. Trust your training." Her ship surged forward, drawing fire while the others darted behind her. Energy beams tore through space where she had been, her shields flaring with sparks. Explosions rocked her ship, alarms screaming across the bridge. Lieutenant Lee's voice was tight with fear. "Commander, you can't hold them all." Elena gritted her teeth. "We must survive. We must protect our people." The diversion worked. The trapped squadron broke through, escaping into the open void. Elena's ship took damage, but her sacrifice saved dozens of lives. Across the fleet, cheers and relief mixed with grief. Heroic acts had won small victories, but the cost was immense. Section 5, Dark Secrets Revealed. After the battle, scouts reported something alarming. Alien ships were not just attacking for conquest. They were harvesting information, studying humanity's weaknesses. Their attacks were precise, almost surgical. This is more than war, Elena said, eyes narrowing. They are learning. Every battle we fight, they adapt faster. We need to think beyond brute force. Admiral Hale appeared on the holographic screen again. We suspected this. These aliens are intelligent, strategic, and patient. Our next step must be decisive. Humanity cannot wait for them to strike again. Elena's mind raced. We need a plan to hit them at their core, disrupt their command structure, and force a retreat. But first, we must protect every colony we can. Meanwhile, in deep space, the alien command fleet watched humanity's movements. Silent, calculating, and ominous, they plotted the next encounter. The galaxy, once quiet and vast, had darkened. Every star could hide a threat. Every shadow could conceal death. Section 6. Humanity's Resolve. Despite losses, humanity's spirit burned brighter than ever. Warships glimmered in the void, engines humming with renewed energy. Commanders and crews worked tirelessly, learning from mistakes, adapting to enemy tactics. Elena stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars. This is only the beginning. We've survived their first attacks, learned their strategies, and shown our courage. The galaxy may be dark, but we are the light. Lieutenant Lee smiled faintly. We will fight, Commander, no matter what comes next. Elena nodded. Yes, we fight not for revenge, but for survival. For every life, every colony, every future human will live in this galaxy, and we will protect them, always. Across the fleet, energy beams and missile trails painted the void, a reminder that humanity had risen from fear into strength. The aliens had underestimated them. Humanity had survived impossible odds, but the war had only begun. As the human fleet prepared for the next phase, stars shimmered like distant warnings. The galaxy was darkened, yes, but humanity's resolve burned brighter than ever. The battle had ended, for now, but the war would continue, and the choices humanity made next could determine the fate of billions.